And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another day of Overwatch action. I'm Achilles, joined by Wolf here to kick off day two of week 3. Numbers are hard, and we got some interesting matchups here today. Starting things off, it's going to be NYXL going up against the Atlanta Reign, team that's been struggling as of late. NYXL still looking like the juggernaut, as they said on the
yeah. I mean, when you talk about the standings, they're still leading up at the top with map differential, a lead of 3 points over the Titans. And this is, of course, season standings. Both of those teams remain undefeated in terms of regular season. And if you break it down in terms of stage 2, that will hold true as well. And with the schedule for NYXL just being 2 more matches against Atlanta, everyone expects they will have that 7-0 league into the playoffs. But as was mentioned on the desk just previously, 5 teams undefeated currently in Stage 2. London Spitfire still has 4 matches left to go. So I don't know if we'll get all 5, but still, it's kind of crazy to think that that's the case right now.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the Atlanta Reign down there in that 14th position, big fall from grace considering how things started for them in Stage 1, making the playoffs. You can see, though, strength of schedule, it's been really rough for them. They already surrendered that first loss to the Valiant as they got their first victory. Were able to take down Justice with a 3-1, but Excelsior, then Charge, and then Excelsior again.
Yeah, and you know, taking a loss here against Valiant is one of the rougher things you can do. They do bounce back against, you know, their opponents, the Justice, you know, just right after that. But, you know, it's a tough schedule, but this is one of the easier parts of it. They still fell victim here to the Valiant. Now, a lot of people are putting the blame, I feel, on Dako not being in this roster, and they're saying that, you know, where is Dako? Where is Dako? Things will be different without, you know, FRD, but I don't know if that ends up necessarily being true, given the stats are so similar between these 2 players at the moment.
Well, we might find out, depending on what the starting rosters are going to be. We're going to get to Atlanta in just a little bit, but first, let's go ahead and bring out that juggernaut squad. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the New York Excelsior.
New York, you know, Sideshow said it on the Watchpoint pre-show. We have to ask the question, are they even better? Are they even more dominant than they were last year? And I would agree with that sentiment. They are untouchable right now. They might get back-to-back undefeated stages. And, you know, in terms of playoff performances, that's all that's really missing right now for this squad. They come in as massive favorites against Atlanta. Then in their final series of Stage 2, they'll face Atlanta again. So if they're able to take this series, you know, since it's the doubleheader for them versus Atlanta, you have to expect to win it again. And I mean, I think mentality-wise, you can't come into this one feeling worried or feeling stressed.
Yeah, I mean, people were expecting them to maybe not even drop a single map in this season, in this stage. They did happen to do so versus the Philly Fusion, but otherwise, still looking immaculate are the NYXL. Let's see if their opponents can step up to their level and try to give them a bit of a rough series here, and maybe even an upset victory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Atlanta Reign.
And what an upset victory it would be. But the man on your screen, the man walking in the front, Dako, retakes the stage. He's back after a brief hiatus here with his teammate, you know, of Element Mystic of old, Popo. The tank line walks up first. And this is the man everyone has been waiting for. There's been a lot of rumors, there's been a lot of questions, but the reality is he will sit in this lineup for the first time this stage right now. And let's see if he can bring it back for this squad. It's going to be a tough opponent in New York. You know, we can't say that just because Dako's here that everything changes, given how similar his stats were to FRD's. But we're hoping, and everybody's hoping, I think, that Atlanta can bounce back, because it has been a tough stage.
Yes, it has been. So definitely need to have that comeback. And we kind of usually say this against some of the teams who are struggling in the season. Whenever they go up against NYXL, if they can even take a map, that is a very positive outlook for them. But getting through Nene here as far as the DPS, this is going to be Dako's biggest worry, is this man Zarya, because his team is not going to survive very long on the other side.
Certainly not. And for me, I look at Nene as potentially the best Zarya in the world. He's up there with Sinatra and Summon. These are the top 3 Zaryas you're looking at right now. He's the only player to have achieved 2 final blows per death ratios of 5 or higher. Sinatra the 3rd who's ever done that. So Nene's done it twice. So it's only happened 3 times in Overwatch League history. This guy is great at maintaining high energy on the Zarya, getting those kills, getting those final blows, building grabs faster than most other Zaryas.
Well, taking a look at our map set presented by Toyota, seems like we might be having some of that Zarya come through. We already know that NYXL does favor the 3-3 style. Maybe with Busan coming in, we'll see a bit more DPS shaken up, but as we look at Kings Row and especially Rialto, at the end of the series, that 3-3, that Zarya is really going to reign supreme.
Certainly will. Well, as we head into Busan, the question becomes, of course, where do the Atlanta approach this in terms of composition? Dako, during his hiatus, looks like he's picked up some Sombra. No, just teasing us. Sombra 3-3, very powerful. And when you're running against a team like New York, a lot of teams have tried to crack them with the Sombra, Seoul Dynasty having the biggest success in playoffs, but they are just going to match composition here.
Well, for now, just pushing their way up as we start things here on Sanctuary. Dako cutting over to the side for an opportunity to jump into the back line here. Jonik taking a bit of damage, but really a safe enough position for Dako to go forward, try to finish off that enemy Zenyatta. So plenty of poke damage coming through. Dako starting to take a severe amount of damage out from Nene. As I mentioned, going to be the biggest threat. That's Zarya there for the NYXL. Playing this one rather slowly. Dako just pushing forward, trying to get that push back. Boop NYXL off the point, but so far neither team finding a pick. Nobody able to get the cap here on the point initially. Might just be waiting for ultimates as Nene is just 10% away. Baby Bay right on his heels, actually just inching out in front of him now. Grab's gonna be online, the rally's gonna be coming through. Popo gonna be taken down in the front line. Transcendence is out from Jonik just for good measure. So Baby Bay maybe able to find an opening now as he invests the grab. And Amo getting ready to have that sound barrier online. The girl gonna be taken down. Dako finding that kill. Baby Bay holding on by a sliver of HP, will get finished off by Jonik. Now the sound barrier coming through from Masa as he tries to keep the rest of the rain alive. The point still not being locked down by anybody. It seems like NYXL should win the greater fight.
They want to chase and get those kills. Nene's so high on energy, but he has to get healed up first. The point still hasn't been taken.
Might be in for a very long round of Sanctuary. Nene's gonna be trying to build up that next one.
Shatter.
He comes around from the side, gets the shatter, sets up a double kill for Meko. Dako able to trade one back as Jonik does get taken down. Now he's gonna find Masa, so the support line has been dismantled, but the rest of Atlanta suffering too heavy of casualties. They have to surrender this.
Meko and crew, I mean, the 3 tanks on this roster, as we're gonna take a look at the shatter setup here for the Diva Bomb. This has been the duo that have set up the Diva Bombs with shatters most consistently, more than any other team right now, and it just continues to be in these tough situations. They make the call, Mono hits the shatter, and before he even hits it, Meko's already tossed out the bomb. Just great synergy between this tank line right now, and it shows, and it's won them this first point.
Well, we've seen already though, Atlanta ready to go for the scrappy fights. Really elongate them, so maybe they can get this foot rolling through. Dogman tagged up in the back, still gonna be holding on to that Transcendence. We'll have to pop it out of pressure, and that will allow for Mono to get taken down. Transcendence does top Poco back up, so they push their way forward now with an Amo falling. That's gonna be a 6v4 advantage here for the Atlanta Reign as they look for this first flip. Meko's gonna be taken out of the mech, and it seems like they will be able to flip this, so just shy of 50% here for NYXL.
Yeah. Now, what Atlanta Reign will likely do now that they have this point control is try to delay and play it far forward. You can see where the tank line is sitting right now. Baby Bay, Pokpo, and Dako all up on this higher ground. They can retreat back down and look for a grab in this choke or on the pillar in the center of the Sanctuary here. Nene leads with grab, though he's punishing the forward position.
Yeah, finds him right here into the front. Baby Bay gonna be taken down. Pokpo trying to survive. Bomb into the back from Dako, just managed to find a Namo. So a 1-for-1 exchange so far. Shatter gonna be coming through from Pokpo, but he will get taken down. Nene swooping in to save Mono's life.
They still need to get onto this point, though, and I don't know if they have all the tools to win the longer fight here. This could actually really come to backfire against the New York.
Oh, they're going to be trying for it as they wait for an Namo to rejoin them. The rally will come out from Libero. Just getting everybody armored up here on the point. Bomb available from Meko. Both support ultimates ready to roll for NYXL. Atlanta nearly there as Dogman just tries to get the last few percentages of that Transcendence. Grab's gonna be coming through from Baby Bay. Pins him straight in onto the pillar. They're looking for the kills. The pin is good from Pokpo. Takes Mono out of the fight. They manage to finish him off. Transcendence comes through. Baby Bay staying alive as Dogman keeps him in the fight. The bomb from Meko's not gonna find anything. He will make it back into the back, but he is in no man's land. They boop him back. and we'll be able to pop him out again.
Nene's solo grab is, we almost never see things like that for the attacking team to try to trap some of the members of the Reign. It actually came back to bite them because they traded, and the trade always favors the defender. The Atlanta Reign get the respawns, they keep on the point, they win the longer fight. JJoNak even used his trance, it wasn't enough, and now the Reign are in a fantastic position to potentially take this first round right now. They've got so many more ultimates than New York have, and New York are the ones who have to break open the point. This is never where you want to be. Nene's going to need that grab. That's their best option.
Rally to lead from Mercer. Dako going to be throwing down the bomb. No shadow to follow up here from Popo. Now slams it down. And just several members on the side of NYXL with the transcendence out from JJoNak will keep them alive, especially Mono, who's falling dangerously low. Grab comes through, sound barriers in from Masa. Mono looking for the pin. He's still so very low. The Zarya bubble comes in, trying to keep him alive, and Neko gets rid of Babyface grab. And now Dogman gonna get picked off. YXL don't have to play in on the point. We are in OT with the kills continuously coming through for them as Nene just takes name after name. They will be able to flip this.
And you can see how good NYXL is at these scrappy fights where everyone's low, but they keep them healed. They push the boundaries of what the tanks are able to do. I'm gonna take a look at this last fight once again, and you can just see how much damage this guy is outputting right now. 90 plus energy. He's tracking them all down one by one. They end up getting the split in the end. But again, New York taking the more aggressive fight. This time they get the kills, they get the pin that they didn't get previously. And that means that the Atlanta Reign are realistically going to have one more fight.
Yep.
And it's going to have to potentially be Dogman who trances early in this fight so that Baby can live long enough to get a grab. And during that trance, they're going to hope JJoNak matches. If Dogman leads with trance here, I think there is a fighting chance for the Reign right now, but they only have one shot at this, and they can't mess it up. Dogman gets a kill.
Dogman, that's going to be a crucial pick-off here. JJoNak taken down. Now, no Transcendence in, but Babyface still 30-some% away about from that Graviton Surge. And it will open. The Transcendence comes in from Dogman, trying to keep everybody alive. Bomb up over the top. Not going to find anything from Mecca. The Shadow going to be coming in from Popo. And that's going to be 3 members gone as they look for the flip. We're in double OT, but NYXL are the ones suffering losses. It's just JJoNak left alive with a low Transcendence to try to extend this long enough, but he won't make it to the point. He pops it. They zone him off. And Atlanta Reign will take the first round here on Sanctuary.
You know, we looked at it, Dogman was likely going to have to be the person who initiated that combat with the Transcendence. Usually the enemy Zen will have to match that. They had the grab, but because he killed JJoNak, he didn't have to use the Trance there to get Baby on the point. He gets the Transcendence against Nene's grab. Baby will build the ensuing grab, and it's small plays like that, just getting a kill on the King of Zen, that can actually win you a round. And the Atlanta Reign stand ahead here, stand 1 round up. NYXL just recently had their win streak broken, but it would be crazy to see. I mean, no one would have predicted the Reign to come out this dominant. It was a 99-99 round, but the way that Atlanta Reign punished the mistakes of New York, that's what we really take away from this.
I mean, clutch is the way we would put it there for that pickoff on the JJoNak. Just perfect moment there for Dogman. Let's see if he can replicate it here. Trying to close things out with a 2-0. Popo getting worked pretty heavily here. The shield gonna get broken as he pushes his way back towards the spawn, just trying to stay alive. He'll be topped back up, and shield will be regenning. This does slow up Atlanta for the moment as the point gets unlocked.
Arister is going to have a rally first, it looks like, so if they can live long enough for that, because they took more damage, I think that's a great way for them to open this up. Ooh, missed shield bash there for him.
Not going to be able to find it there. Nene down to about half HP, but Dako's going to be taken out of the bag. They managed to trade it back as Mecca will also get popped out, though.
There's that rally.
Going really aggressive, tries to find a pin. Will get taken out, but Libero, now Nene's going to be gone. Atlanta Reign will be able to snatch the point first.
It's the rally that really seals the deal here, and Arister got the rally because Atlanta Reign took more damage in the initial fight, and it's moments like these where you can make a snap decision to rally to contest that fight. They traded divas, but they get to keep all the tools they really want to try to hold this point, which is the grab they're about to finish building and the support ultimate. So great that they were able to flip this faster than we saw previously on Sanctuary. Baby can use this grab in the choke. Yeah, if he gets it 2% away.
Yep, now has that one. Nene about to have one of his own. We are just stacking up the ultimates here. Analo and Masa both about to have those sound barriers ready to roll. NYXL going to be using that grab And Mono manages to find the pin here on Ursa. Now the answering grab going to be coming through. Daco straight up into their faces. Going to be dropping the bomb in the middle of the fight. Sound Barrier comes through, trying to keep them alive. Will be able to do so as Meko scoops a double. Make it a triple as Baby Bay will also fall. The flip will be coming in for NYXL. About 55% here for Atlanta.
Target selection there, better for New York. Mono, they thought they could break his shield. They put all their eggs in Daco's self-destruct basket. Didn't work out, didn't end up getting the picks they were looking for there. And in that moment, Mono realizes he has the advantage because of how the Rain are positioned. He hits the shatter that's needed. They don't even need the self-destruct.
Well, now looking for an opening. Sound Barrier still held. Rally getting ready to come in for Atlanta Rain. Online for Erster. Going to be popping that one immediately as they continue to advance towards NYXL. Jonak just sitting comfortably in the back here, but he's just spamming out, and his healing is not enough to keep Mono alive, so he will get taken down.
Expensive to use that sound barrier here, but it should guarantee the flip. We're going to see just a little bit of delay from Meko.
Yeah, pushes his way over onto the point, will get taken out and eliminated here as he just delays for a little bit longer.
I know Monty at home is cradling a sandbag, but I think this is actually Atlanta Rain really, punishing the aggressive style we're seeing from New York. They're taking ults first, they're fighting into superior chokes that the Atlanta Rain have. It's not coming up big. The Atlanta Rain are just saying, boy, I mean, if you're gonna take this bad fight, I will beat you.
All right, grab gonna be coming through as they try to push out from the spawn. Shatter gets dropped in and Mono gets picked off. Dogman right up into the front lines, manages to kill him off with a melee hit. Nene does take down Baby Bay, so now the grab crucially not gonna be there. That can lock them off the point, so now NYXL do have a way to make their way over to try to get this flip rolling through. Dogman pops the Transcendence, Libero gonna be taken down. Jonak now gonna be matching with the Transcendence of his own, but they have to get over to the point. Will be able to do so. Meko tags in the force at the OT, and Mono coming back, manages to get rid of Masa.
They don't have any answer for the grab from Baby Bay, but he needs to use it before Anamo gets that sound barrier. Here it comes.
Just gonna solo in on the Nene. Shatter coming down from Mono, not gonna be able to find too much. A bomb in from Daco as well, not gonna get any kills. Now it's a sound barrier in from Anamo as they try to last, but Mono gets knocked to the ground. Will be picked off. It's going to be a 2-for-2 so far as Atlanta Rain tries to maintain control of the point here and get the 2-0 to kick things off on Busan. Meko gets popped out, drops the bomb. Popo has the block, fire strike through as he tries to build up for another Earthshatter as he tries to stay alive.
Nene's rejoining.
Will finally arrive, but Masa's going to be taken down as Dogman comes back in on the Moira. Now Popo going to be eliminated. Daco knocked out. It seems like NYXL are not done yet. They will get this flip, but they still have so far to go.
Incredible delays from Meko and from Libero in general. The biggest thing that turned this fight was Jonak on the high ground. He was shooting left clicks, he was shooting orbs non-stop. He had the Discord orbs on there, he had the orbs of Harmony, and there was no way for the Rain to contest his position. He eventually dropped down when the fight was turning so he could get more damage done. Huge plays by Jonak, you can't always see those.
Grab gonna be coming out from Nene. Catches the members of Atlanta Rain and forces the sound barrier from Masa, but it's still not enough shielding to keep football alive. Bomb comes through from Daco. It's not going to find anything, and the kills are there for NYXL as they maintain control. Getting ready to hit 70%. Atlanta Rain running out of options now to try to close this with a 2-0.
Yeah. Right now, Jonak's sitting at 18 elims to 2 deaths right now, and he is about to match Nene in terms of hero damage. 23% tied between the two of them in terms of team damage overall, and he's finding these angles where the Rain are not punishing him. Dogman got the kill on Sanctuary, but right now, Jonak is outperforming. He's getting that extra damage done. The Rain are always coming in at 2/3 health because of that poke. Look at it, you can see it.
Gonna be taken down, Dogman. He finds another crucial pickoff. Anamo nearly had the sound barrier. Will that be enough for them to close this out as we hit double OT again? Dogman getting pressured by Meko. It's gonna get popped out. Mono gonna be taken down. The self-destruct not gonna find anything. Maybe even gonna be eliminated. They do lose out on Daco, but it is again Atlanta Rain coming up with the kills. They get the flip, and OT is ticking down. Nene and Anamo both have to drop their way in. The Shatter comes through, solo in onto the Zarya. They drop the beat. Jonak gonna be there, hovering on the high ground, still holding on to that Transcendence. Will pop it to rejoin in here to try to keep Mono alive. OT Bar gonna start plummeting. If Atlanta Rain can clear NYXL off the point, Mono going lower. He tries to drop the hammer, but Masa cuts him down. Now Jonak gonna be eliminated. The grab comes in and catches Libero and Anamo. They haven't been finished off yet, but it's just a matter of time. And Atlanta Rain will be able to take Busan with a 2-0.
Sometimes you can't see it in stats, and sometimes just to the naked eye, it's tough to see. But you could see Pokepo is playing a lot more clean with Daco's former teammate on, back in Korea on this roster.
Fantastic start for Atlanta Reign. Let's see if they can keep it up when we come back for the break.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Огонь по готовности!
Into the iris.
Огонь по готовности!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what a way to start off the day. Atlanta Reign able to take Busan away from NYXL. Who, I mean, double overtime in both of those rounds, but they're able to get the 2-0 in the end, and it looks like a fantastic start for Atlanta, who are resurging.
New York are playing more aggressive than usual. They're trying to take solo grab fights and trying to approach the points using their ultimates away from the point, which is very unlike them. And every time they tried this, the Atlanta Reign were just able to punish. Okay, Nene wants to use his grab away. We're going to keep that one member alive. You're going to toss that armor pack in, and even if he dies, you're seeing Poke come in with these solo charge kills, so it's a trade. The trade favors the defender, and you have these situations where New York are just taking what feels like unnecessary risks.
Yeah, has been really rough so far for the NYXL with those aggressive fights, but we will have a substitution as FRD will be subbing in for Dako. Curious, given the victory there in the first map, but seems like this is going to be perhaps a map-to-map plan the Atlanta Reign have established.
I mean, I was talking about how I felt like they were a lot more comfortable with Poke and Dako together, but we'll see if that sticks around.
Well, speaking of Atlanta Reign, we are going on the road again. We've got Dallas next week. Then in the next stage, July 6th and 7th, we will be in Atlanta. And if these guys can keep leveling up their performance like we've seen here, maybe take a couple more maps. If not this series versus NYXL, you definitely don't want to miss them in their hometown.
Sure. I mean, Dako and Poke together, when you saw how Poke played the Rhine and how many charges he used there, and the communication could obviously between two Koreans versus, him being kind of like with Arister alone there in this very mixed roster. I think that synergy is something that, even though FRD has his own individual skills, that's what you're missing. But you're also missing, for example, if you're Dogman, how easy it is for you to communicate with Dako versus FRD, right? So, there's no perfect scenario here. Dako has such a great reputation because you and I have commentated, all analysts watch Contenders Korea, and everyone knows his background. So every time FRD is in, people are wondering, where is Dako? And I think a lot of people wrongfully point fingers at FRD, saying that, oh, well, if Dako were in, this would be different. And I think now that we get to see them both in the same series, we get to get a few more answers and a bigger in-depth look at that comparison. And, how does the support line and how does the tank line fare, and how different do they perform? How much better is Popo when he has Dako in?
Well, we might find out right here as we jump into our second map of the series, Temple of Anubis for Assault.
As we take a look at this map here, there's a lot of flexibility of strategy that you can run on this map. It will be the NYXL to defend first. And we saw so much Jonak Ana on this map just last time they played, and I think that is going to continue here. Already putting it up here at the front. And how the NYXL have dominated this map, historically speaking, is to have Mono jump in, get the bubble from Nene, so Nene's building charge. Mono's practically invulnerable in those moments, so he's building a Primal. Then you've got, with the Ana composition, Jonak just hurling in heals with the left click so that Mono continues to be practically invulnerable. And that's, I think, what we're going to see here once the Atlanta Reign decide their approach angle.
Okay, well maybe this is why we have FRD coming in over Dako, because right now they're going to be showing us a Symmetra. So teleporters going to be thrown down, just cuts them across the side, denies away a lot of the poke. Will be FRD swapping back over.
Got to get high charge to get value out of this, and yeah, I mean, they're just going to get them onto the point faster. Not going to keep the Symmetra, but I don't know about this.
Well, they're going to try to. Kill deny coming in from Jonak does slow them up a bit. This Masa continues to take poke damage here. They make their way over onto the point. Drop down comes through from Mono.
Sleep on the Baby Bay already.
Yeah, shield's going to be up for Pokefo though. Making sure that he stays safe. Bubble's gone for Mono. He's back up to the high ground, joining in with his healers and with Nene. Trying to save another sleep going to be coming in. With RT. We get caught by that one. Well, Heal Deny coming through onto the members of the Atlanta Reign. Halfway to that tick, Mono continues to take a beating. Hasn't been able to build up too much for the primal range, but Jonak is just keeping him sustained and now has that nano ready to throw down. Will instantly invested on him as they try to keep him alive. Bionade comes through, he's still taking so much damage, gets cornered, and FRD will be able to run him down. Urster was lost, but now it's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the Atlanta Reign as they look to take this point. Dogman and Baby Bay help get rid of Nene. Masa will be exchanged, but FRD is there to finish off Jonak, and that's just going to be A going the way of Atlanta.
There's no way to defend this anymore. I loved how, okay, so let's talk about that teleporter, because the teleporter gets them in quickly, and it gets them through the choke point faster than New York expected them to be there. Then when we go into the fight that's over around the point and down on the low ground, not everyone's grouped up into a choke. And always, always, always Mono loves to fight in those chokes and get the shields like I was talking about. With Atlanta Reign setup and how quickly they got to the point, he couldn't do that. He was isolated. He was the one who was focused down and killed. He wasn't getting any value out of his Tesla gun. And now we've got potentially a double cap on our hands here. Grab to lead.
We got Baby Bay just looking for the fake, trying to bait out that Team Matrix there from Meko. Nearly take him out of the suit, but can't quite get the punish. Grab's gonna be thrown down. Manages to find both supports and Mono. The bomb coming through from MRD, not gonna be able to find any kills, but Jonak's still gonna be eliminated. Mono with a pin, does manage to find Baby Bay. In exchange, and Meko's gonna be dumping this up the struck, looking for a pick. Unable to find it, Dogman's got the Transcendence to keep the rest of the team alive, and they're nearly already at 2 ticks taken here in favor of the Reign. You can see Anamo into the back, just keeping things contested up there onto the high ground. Now gonna start getting focused down by Dogman, but he himself is under pressure. Nene will be able to get the elimination. So 53% built up for Atlanta Reign, but he will be held off.
Nene's positioning was better there. He was basically around the corner, still getting damage while he wasn't very exposed. He builds high energy, gets those extra kills. And the Atlanta Reign waited, I think, a little bit too long to commit to their Graviton Surge, didn't get the value they were looking for, and New York had the delay tactics. Jonak swaps over to Zenyatta and builds 60% of the next Transcendence, so New York is now sitting pretty with this defense. They've got a lot of different ways they can delay now, and all the advantages Atlanta Reign had have kind of washed away. They've still got a good time bank here, but a double cap was on the cards. They just barely missed it. And that's gonna feel bad. They might have to, you know, use a rally here to try to get those ultimates.
Well, now looking for the reapproach, pushing their way up through the catacombs here. Rally is available, as you say, Nene. Just looking to farm for that next Graviton. The right clicks are really doing wonders for him here at the moment. We'll have this one well before Baby Bay as he tries to get his online. 99% now gets it. Does he want to just throw this one straight up, lob it down? Still playing this one patiently, knows that Reign have to step to his squad to try to take this point. The grab now going to be coming in, pin out from the side, gets rid of Pokefo. Now no shield to stand behind. Dogman's still going to be using the Transcendence, trying to extend this fight, that's still trying to put this into a winning position for them. Shatter comes in from Mono. That's going to be Baby Bay hitting the crowd and eliminated. So Atlanta Reign held off again.
It was amazing. It was beautiful to see Nene's first-person view, because he sees FRD is back in that little passage, whatever you want to call it, that side there. So he knows he can grab. He knows there's no way to shut it down. He knows Dogman just barely doesn't have trance in time. And in that, you know, moment where Atlanta Reign had the advantage in ultimates and Dogman trance, you might have seen a lot of lesser supports drop down their barrier, drop down their transcendence. New York knew that fight was over. They were not going to lose it. Complete confidence, unshaken. They hold both support ultimates now for Baby Bay's grab, so this is very unlikely to work. And that's rough. That's going to cost you a lot of time if you commit this and you fail.
time for another clutch dogman pick, it would seem.
Yeah.
As they try to approach the point. Jonik himself is going to be waiting. Charging up those right clicks, unable to find anybody yet. He's holding on to that Transcendence. Grab's going to be coming through. Jonik pushes forward, pops the Transcendence, works his way forward. Sound Barrier going to be in. FRG manages to find Mono. Maybe they will get taken down by Meko Self-Destruct, but it's going to be a trade up in favor of the Rain for now. Just need to get rid of Anamo, and then the point's going to be unlocked for them for a little bit longer, but Nene manages to burn down Dogman.
They lost Baby Bay,
their
though.
way up. Anamo going to be taken out. FRG Mech still in shambles at the moment. Pokemon taking so much damage, will be finished off.
There's not enough damage. There just simply isn't. They targeted down Baby Bay, they caught him there, and that kill is all they needed because they have the superior healing and they have the superior respawns. When you're fighting outside the front door, every trade needs to be massively in favor, like a 3-to-1, if you're gonna win without your DPS, because in this meta, Zarya is the DPS, is the damage dealer. And without her, you could just see that New York, even down a member, wins that longer fight with Nene, who's got bubbles for his teammates. Now the tables are turned in terms of ult economy, and New York have the lead again. So things are looking rough for getting completion here on B.
Well, again, going for the left side approach are the Rain. So they start poking their way out. Transcendence, the only ultimate to speak of. Whereas NYXL have an abundance of ultimates, we should say. Mono getting taken lower and lower. Will drop in the hammer. The rally going to be rolling. Mono going to be taken down first. Masa finds the kill, but now he and Dogman will both be eliminated. Poko swinging away here into the front. Transcendence comes in from Jonik as they try to wait for the respawns. Echo's still going to be taken down. Namo pushed out the back, nearly gets finished off. Now they're working their way up. The second tick going to be snagged by the Atlanta Rain with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. They might just have it here. They finally tag in right at the last second as Mono rejoins in on the May to try to close this one out. Then they're going to get picked off. Anamo still poking in from that left-hand side.
Immortality Field.
The stun over onto Meko. The Immortality Field going to be burned down. Poke manages to find the kill onto that. FRD drops the bomb. Meko going to be eliminated. It seems like Atlanta Rain should be able to grind against the NYXL long enough to close this out. They would desperately love to force out an OT situation here on the side of the NYXL, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. Then they're going to be finished off. Anamo's still in the corner trying to
get it?
delay.
No!
And he just barely misses tagging the point with that ice block. So they do manage to finish, but it is with a very small time bank compared to how they started.
And this is another one of these May delays we've seen from New York Excelsior on this very map. We saw it yesterday. They are so good at this. But Pokepo, he hits the shatter, the money shatter against all odds there. That is what gets them the completion.
Well, 52 seconds in the bank for them. Let's see what NYXL gets when we come back from the break.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
Огонь по готовности. Огонь по готовности. Огонь по готовности.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta Rain able to finish Temple of Anubis here. They got the cap on B, but they started off with 5+ minutes in their time bank, finishing with just shy of 52 seconds, all that they have to speak of at the end of that round.
Dogman wasn't able to get the frag kill onto Jonak that he did on Busan to open it up, but in that longer fight, he had the trance out, and his transcendence timings have been really good today versus some of the matches we've seen from him previously this stage, where he's been heavily criticized for his transcendence timings and positionings on the Zenyatta. And, you know, Poke gets the big shatter there. The rest is history. But we are still sub 1 minute here. As everybody knows with the NYXL, you know, you don't usually take B against them, but when you do, the time bank is weaker. But you know that they are definitely capable, no matter what comp they're running, of getting a double cap on first attack. So you never feel too comfortable when you're able to finally get B when you're sitting sub 1 minute against the Titans that are the Excelsior. On the defense, we're going to see Junkrat and Widow here, with Pokpo once again on the Orisa to set this up. Baby Bay going to lead with a shot and then back off.
Well, can expect to not get much as Meko is just going to sit there with a shield raised, so has to go ahead and peel off that high ground before Jonik takes his head off.
Yeah, or Nene, for that matter.
Swap's going to be coming in.
They're just going to run the same thing, it looks like here, yeah.
Okay, will be the 3-3 Winston. Jonik over onto the Ana.
Oh, it's tough to get on top of where Arister is here in this case with all the damage that supports him. Baby Bay has always got his back, and Pokepo's going to halt those members who try to leap in. So you have to come in with a united front, you have to come in with the speed boost, and if they can hit the bio grenade, that's the most important part. Way easier said than done with all these barriers and the Diva.
Well, jump forward coming in from Mono. Pokemon just peeling his way back across the bridge. Libero down to half as Baby Bay tries to find an opening. Unable to do so. We'll just pop up onto the high ground here. Trying to get that crossfire going.
So the first attempt is...
Oh, okay, that's not gonna be a nice peek. Let me just check this court. Oh, hey, Jonik, how's it going? Immediately finishes him off. Great headshot there. Now gonna be looking for Anamo. Gets the tag there onto Mono. And that'll be the cleanup as Ursa gets closer and closer to that Riptire.
Yeah, this was definitely a failed push. Jonak just decided to see if he can get a little bit more nano energy out, but Baby Bay crushes him there, obviously. Ana can't usually challenge the Widow, you know, despite what happened with Carpe yesterday. But in this scenario for the NYXL, you're really actually, the only ult that matters of the 12 that you're really thinking about is actually Arister's Riptire. If you can't break this before that's ready, that's almost a get out of jail free card. It's almost always going to guarantee you a defense. So time is ticking. Like, this needs to be the one. This needs to be the push, and I think it's too late.
Well, trap comes down. He's spamming in those bombs where possible. Riptire ready to roll for Ursa as Meko will be taken out. Riptire pushing through, looking for a nice big group up of members of NYXL, but Nene will be able to get rid of the tire. That being said, several members go on inside of NYXL.
He wishes he didn't use it, that is for sure, but he's going to be able to back off and build another one very quickly. Still, they defend the push. They do it without the tire. And NYXL, you know, in this comp, you don't really build a grab. Like, Nene's at 70%. They've got Primal to try to displace these members in the longer fight. They can nano boost Mono as well to make him unkillable. Here you see.
Speaking of which, yeah, jumping his way in, trying to get the kill there onto Ursa. Nene going to be taken down. In the meantime, going to be an extra little casualty coming through. Mono unable to get anybody with that nano Primal. The two ultimates gone from the side of NYXL. Jonak going to be eliminated here on the back end as Ursa pushes 60% for that next Riptire. Maybe they playing really far forward. He sees the shield.
This could actually come back to bite him.
Yeah, he needs to get the heck out of here. Pocket comes through, but it's not going to be enough. Libero manages to take him down, and he's in such a position that Masa will not be able to get the res off.
Why style when you're in a situation where, like,
you could be full holding them. Like,
you're already doing well, and Masa can't res in this position.
Yeah.
Now the grab's ready.
Getting very much ahead of himself here. Nene gonna get trapped, but no way to follow up.
Riptire, though, is ready.
Riptire is ready. Needs this one to pop if they want to find the kill. But actually, Ursa just gonna be taken down. Now grab gonna be thrown down. Dogman just a bit too late. But even then, if he had gotten that trance off, I don't think Masa would have been able to survive the focus fire. The high energy here from Nene means that pretty much anybody is going to die.
Not to mention, he wasn't really in position to hit him from where Arister was standing. And you could see how the dominoes fall when Baby Bay dies. That is half the... I mean, in this composition, Widowmaker is kind of a peeling hero against what NYXL is running. You're hitting those tanks so hard that they can't get into where they need to be. They have to back off. You can see when all that damage is removed, NYXL could do whatever they want. They come in, they get on top of Arister. There's no way for him to get out. He doesn't use his Riptire because he knows it's just instantly going to get canceled. He's got it now, and they are going to run the May here with it.
There was far too much aggression from Baby Bay, so it does costs them. It really just, unfortunately, drags up the question, what if he was still alive? Would we be looking at a full hold? Would we be looking at a 2-0 lead for them?
Yeah.
Berserk pushing his way back. Mono just going to be taken down. It's a nice heal tonight coming in from Jonak. Catches 2 members of Atlanta Reign, but no one can follow up for the kills. Push down around the back. Nene going to get cleaned up. So decent start to the defense so far here for the Reign. As Baby Bay now pushing forward for those right clicks, try to build up for the Blizzard.
You feel really great still having this Rip Tire as well.
Yeah.
You can use it with the Blizzard when it's ready, but you probably don't want to actually. You probably just want to use it again to delay in the worst possible scenario.
Delay for the Blizzard to come online.
Yeah. I mean, I think he could use it for this fight too, because he knows that NYXL have a bunch of ults. He can ruin what they're trying to set up here.
Well, Wall going to be coming up. Splits off a couple members. Popo jumping forward. Will get slept but woken up. Tire comes through, pushing along the left-hand side. Up top, 30 HP remaining, and again, it's going to be burned down, so Erster's Tires not having the most success. Still going to be spamming away. Tries to get the next one online. Popo going to be taken down. Could be an opening here for NYXL as they push forward. Bomb's going to be out from FRD. He's trying to survive. Popo going to be res back in, but Masa will lose his life because of that, but Nene kills himself off. And Dogman has the Transcendence to keep himself and the rest of the team alive.
That's how you use the Blizzard. You use it when the grab comes down. When everyone needs to zone in on one location, that's when you Blizzard. And look at these
And the wall is great.
for the stagger. You use the Blizzard there because they're trying to make a play around the grab and around the positional advantage they think they have, but the second the Blizzard goes down, everyone has to scatter. They're going to either get frozen and killed, or they can't be where they want to be. They can't capitalize on the Graviton Surge. And now Baby Bay is in a position to, continue to slow them down with these walls. The biggest tools the NYXL had to match or better the time bank are gone now. And Erster's already to another Rip Tire. Sure, his last one was deleted, but it did its job, and that's what the Rip Tire is all about, is you could make everyone focus on one location, then that is disruptive enough.
Well, it's going to be Nano into the back here from Mono. The wall comes up from Baby Bay, trying to cut off the rest of the team. They will freeze him up. He'll go lower and lower, manages to pop the Primal and stay alive, and actually just juggles Dogman into death. There's a lot of damage through onto Masa as well, as he just tries to gate him. He's trying to get the kills. The Riptire comes through from Erster. This one into the back, and Mono will be taken down. So finally finding a kill is Erster with his ultimate. Stays alive, but has to rejoin into the fight, where NYXL are currently taking the second tick on the point with 1:24 remaining on the clock.
Another Blizzard
comes up, another Blizzard is ready. But Jonak and Anama both going to be taken down, so it seems like Reign still holding out hope to deny this cap on B. If NYXL can get the finish, it will be with a lesser time bank.
Every single resource that NYXL had for protection
Great shot there.
was spent onto Mono. Where did he go? He went into the spawn. He tried to kill a Junkrat who was ulting, who then in turn killed him. Then comes out of the spawn, does the remaining damage. All the while, Baby Bay buys time. He gets a Blizzard he doesn't even have to use. He slows the retreating members. And Erster's halfway to another Riptire. Incorrect decision-making by the NYXL, and especially on Mono, they're trying to chase down Erster when there were other priority targets available. I get he's trying to avoid the freezes, but this is just not what they wanted. And now we're looking at Atlanta Reign potentially taking a hold here and taking a 2-0 lead. They've got a Blizzard. The Blizzard buys time for a tire. How do you win this as NYXL?
Mecho's going to have to try to eat this thing is basically what it comes down to. Pushing their way forward, the wall comes up, Baby Bay just trying to survive. Wall will get broken down, the Blizzard's going to be thrown in straight onto the bridge. Not going to be able to take that one away with a D-Matrix. Buys a bit more time here. Popo going to be eliminated with that Primal ready to go.
They need that
Tire.
tire.
Comes out from Masa. The tire just 14% away. Dogman can delay, but he's going to get Koopa stopped by Mono as the Nano rolls through. So maybe NYXL can make this happen, but it's going to have to be in OT. From Tire coming through. They get the res on the Dogman, putting him back in. The Transcendence will be coming out, and the Tire is not going to get anything again. Nene manages to focus that one down.
Popo still got Primal, though. There is a way they can hold this.
He's healed denied. He will go ahead and manage to pop the Primal. FRD taking a lot of damage off screen. Mono still alive despite jumping into that trap. Echo pushing forward to look and finish off Baby Bay, but he's got that wall ready to go. He's got the ice block rather. He's alive for a little bit longer. Almost has another Blizzard, but Masa going to be hounded down and eliminated. Dogman trying to make his way back over onto the point, but one after the other. The members of Atlanta Reign are getting picked up and getting finished here, and NYXL will be able to complete Temple of Anubis, but it's in overtime.
And they could thank their lucky stars they're able to make this work. There were all the tools stacked against some big plays from Jonak as usual to keep the tire health low. Then they focused down the targets properly the second time Mono came with the Primal. First one, not so good. The second one's the one that makes it.
Well, a minute to a minute and 52. Let's see what happens in OT when we come back. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. NYXL, they get that minute bump up. Atlanta range is going to be shy of 2 minutes. You can see them starting here on the defense. Same exact game plan. Widow and Junkrat. I think you can bet that Baby Bay is not going to overextend this time.
It's important to note that this would have been a draw scenario potentially had the time bank been better for the Atlanta range just slightly, but NYXL were able to delay just enough where they still have a fighting chance to actually win the map. Once again, this comp is going to struggle against what the Reign are running because it's tough to get into position. You got to use that speed boost, but I mean, with no Primal, no Nano, outlasting the damage from the Riptire, from the Junkrat alone and this Baby Bay Widow is just so difficult to compete with that.
Well, already under 40 seconds remaining as NYXL is trying to plan out this approach.
I mean, they're not waiting for Baby Bay to walk out, they're waiting for that speed boost. Here we go, right side, but halted.
A lot of damage goes through Libero, really managing to survive. Gonna be spamming in those nades, trying to go ahead and lob them up over top of the shield. Actually, we'll find the connection, and Baby Bay manages to take down Jonek. It is a slaughter!
Triple!
Gets himself a triple kill. Riptires be damned. He doesn't need it here. Just gets the kills without the ult. The swap's coming through in desperation. Libero just now getting taken down with 5 seconds remaining. Mono is over onto the wrecking ball. The tire coming through. Will get the pop. They get the elimination. Jonek swapped over onto the Tracer. Namo trying to push his way forward. The OT ticking down. Jonek makes it in, refreshes the bar. But can they actually make a play here? Can they actually get anything done on this point?
I don't think so. There's just no way.
And they work their way into the back. Hack goes through onto Erster. Baby Bay, he's got walls up, and Anamo gonna be taken down. Erster will get seismic slammed by Libero, but he's gonna be gone. Meko taken down. Push up over the top. Baby Bay just gonna be spraying away, trying to get the melee hit there on the Nene. They finish him off. OT will start plummeting now. They will hold them. 1 tick is what Atlanta Reign need to move up 2-0 over the NYXL.
Remember, the team they prepared for yesterday in Philadelphia Fusion is a completely different team than Atlanta, and also plays completely differently than how we're seeing Atlanta play now. And it feels like New York are a little bit tunnel visioned in the strategies they used yesterday on the very same map, now facing against a squad that's abusing the fact that in these choke points that NYXL always uses. I mean, Atlanta have prepared very well for New York, and I feel the opposite case is not so much true. But they know that New York like to play around these chokes, like to play around Mono, getting that charge up on his Winston, getting the energy up for Nene through those bubbles. We're going to take a look at Erster once again here in just a second on these mines coming through. Look at the angle here over the shield. Then he comes over here and just tosses it in, detonates, and it's going to get a triple kill. Boom.
That's what happens when you're stacked up against a Junkrat.
So now the NYXL, with the same composition, have to once again hold. What happened previously for Atlanta was they used the teleporter, got onto the point faster than YXL expected. They couldn't operate around the choke anymore. They operated in a wide space, and Atlanta won throughout that chaos. That was somewhat unexpected. I think we're going to see them do it again just because FRD is once again locked in the Symmetra. So let's see how NYXL respond this time. Will they just let the teleporter go through and secede the high ground to the Atlanta Reign? Will they just give it up, or are they going to contest? That's the question here.
Right now, they're positioned to be a bit more ready for it. They're playing into the back.
Yes. So you can't just teleport the same way this time.
Now they push their way back up here onto the mid ground, straight up the center.
The swap comes through for FRD. He knows this is not going to work.
That is also just not the most necessary thing. Drop down coming through. Mono, who gets stunned up? Can they finish him off? They're chasing him into the room, and he's got no way out. Baby Bay finds the kill. Now they're in onto the point. This just could be it. Drop down coming through from Meko. Baby Bay spamming away. They get rid of Libero. Erster going to be on the exchange. But it is just nothing but Atlanta Reign coming up with the kills. Meko going to be popped out. The rest of the team just trying to play up on the high ground, but they have to drop down. They know that if they do that, they're going to die. Mono rejoins in. Pile driver comes through, almost finishes off Masa. But they will get their tick, and Atlanta Reign lead 2-0 over the NYXL.
NYXL are so good when they're playing together. They're like a six-handed fist. But when you turn the fist into 6 different fingers, when you spread them out, when you're able to break through and individually pull this team apart, that is when you have holds like what we just saw from the Reign. And this is a completely unexpected series that we're watching right now. Almost anyone votes 4-0. We might be seeing it the other way.
All right, well, they need a reverse sweep to try to take this one out. NYXL, can they do it? We'll find out after halftime.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile. And by State Farm. Whatever life brings your way, State Farm is here to help life go right.
You're powered up. Get in. Heroes never die.
Nice, guys. Good job. Good job.
Keep it up.
Yeah, they got lucky. They got lucky. I thought Pokebo, you shielding me, so I stayed. I didn't hide from Diva Bomb.
No,
It's okay. Good job. Good job.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Malik here with Zoe and Sideshow. Guys, I don't know if you're as stunned as I am or the NYXL fans we have here in the audience, but it's looking kind of rough for them so far this game. The Atlanta Reign really came to play.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. Honestly, I think this is super exciting. It's not expected by, I would say, anyone but maybe hardcore Atlanta Reign fans.
Yeah.
And I love what we saw out of them. I love the return of Daco, and he played really well. And you know what I love more? That afterwards, on the second map, FRD came in, and he played just as well and did just as much for the team. So it's great to see that they can have two divas, very different styles of divas, and they can interchange them like that.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Daco coming straight in here. It's reasonable to expect that he hasn't had much scrim time with the team because he's been on kind of disappeared for a while. We don't know what's happened to him. But okay, Daco's come back in, and he does so much work in this map one. He's very decisive. He sees a target, he goes on a target. He takes high ground positioning all the time to distract and make space for Pokpo. He puts pressure on Jonak, puts pressure on Meko, and kind of shut Meko down in the match. Looking really good, so I thought, fantastic. They're going to stick with Daco. They're going to be kind of giving themselves a chance in this. But I thought as well, you know, okay, they take Busan. They're probably not going to take another map in the series. This is going to be classic New York. It was totally separated after this. But
look at that. How often do we see that? How often do we see a team which is actually struggling so much, putting up these kind of numbers against one, if not the best team in the league, with one of the best diva players we have in the league? Meko is known for his great diva play, so the fact that Daco actually is running away on so many metrics against him is super impressive. Can't stress that enough.
And he was also putting a lot of pressure on Meko as well. It was like he was trying to take him out of the fight a lot. You'd see Meko try and take a high ground position. Immediately, Daco would use his own boosters to be able to get up on top of him.
Daco is so decisive. I love that about him. He's making really quick decisions in the game to put on that pressure, so really well played.
And even with the small language barrier that there is between them, he was the one vocal leader that you can hear. He was the one making the shot calls. The cleanest the comms have actually sounded in a while for the Atlanta Reign.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, again, if we talk big picture about this team, it's crazy the switch that we've seen from the Atlanta Reign. They start and they look terrible, and then suddenly they come into this game, they're just riding their emotions and they look good.
Well, a lot of people are they're gonna see the first map and think, okay, Daco coming in, made the Atlanta Reign what they are. But like you said, so FRD came in, and he was just as good as Daco going into Anubis. We saw a lot of looks in this. We saw Baby Bay popping off on Widowmaker, maybe overextending a little bit at one point.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just straight feeding at one point, Baby Bay
excuse
on
me,
Widowmaker.
he wasn't being protected. Did you hear the comments?
Sure,
It was definitely not. Way to take responsibility there.
I love how Atlanta play on Anubis. I think it's their best map in their pool, and they're kind of a little bit fortunate that the second map was here, because now it's allowed them to build up momentum. 2-0 into the half against New York is huge for the Atlanta Reign. Unbelievably good. Their point A defense, where they use the Junkrat and the Widowmaker, is pretty good. It plays into the players' strengths of Ursa and Baby Bay. It allows Pogba to play on the Orisa, which he enjoys as well. And then they have this weird niche strategy where they run the Junkrat May on B. Nobody else does that in the league. It's difficult to prep against, and it forced NYXL to play a lot more aggressive than we're used to from them. And they looked a little uncomfortable.
Actually, that one really shocked me. The aggression we're seeing. We know New York is such a passive team, such a more defensive-oriented team, but somehow Mono just went in really aggressive, and the team generally really put on a lot of resources into Mono to play that aggressive, and that didn't really work out as well for them as it usually would.
All right, going into the second half, though, let's take a look at our map set. I want to know how you guys are feeling going in, because it looks like the Atlanta Reign are one map away from winning this. NYXL, they're going to have to come out with the adjustments. How you guys feeling about Kings Row?
Okay, well, any team that's 2-0 up at the half should be feeling good about locking in the series. But when you look at the maps that have got coming up, Kings Row and Rialto, they're going to have to go toe-to-toe with the NYXL playing that default Reinhardt v. Reinhardt triple tank, triple support. And I'm not feeling too good about it, honestly. NYXL are an incredibly resilient team. They don't just give up in the second half. They're determined to keep this win streak going. They have not lost a regular season match this year, and they aren't going to be happy about dropping it to the Atlanta Reign.
Probably not. But I do see, like, on maps such as Kings Row or even Rialto, I do think with the defense at least, you can get cute on point A's. Like, we might see something else which isn't 3-3. It's not out of the ordinary to see that there. So, I don't know. Have they managed to break New York mentally maybe a little bit with how they showed up?
This should be Atlanta's game at this point. But I can't be confident about it.
It's alternate reality again. Like, this does make very little sense.
I just hope that they think about being cute, like Zoe said, a little bit, because I feel like, you know, playing comfort picks has been working for them so far this match.
Absolutely.
The match might not be typical of that, but, you know, anything can happen moving forward, guys. All right, well, now that the Atlanta Reign are finally looking like themselves again in Stage 2, they're up 2-0 today and are coming off their first win of the stage when they beat Washington last week. So let's take a listen in and hear how that win over the Justice sounded in our latest edition of Inside the Comms.
Yo, it's a packed house tonight, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, fighting!
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Fighting! We're so bad.
Yeah.
We are better than this team. Everyone, play more aggressive. Don't be scared.
Then a headshot on a Baby Bay from Corey.
Hey, be aware. Be aware of Widow.
That is a third pick on the Dogman's Moira. Perfect work coming in here from Corey.
Oh, man. Where's the first one? Not like this. Go back. No, sorry. 천천히.
That is brutal. The stick from Erster. Erster just aced it. 6 kills for him.
Point. Nice, Erster. Holy. Now we win out. We beat New York. Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's your match.
All right, so looking at that, the bravado of the Atlanta Reign has definitely changed. With them winning, they're obviously having a lot more fun.
Yes, I agree. And I think for some reason, they've come into this match feeling the best that they have the whole time. We know that they're a very emotional team. When things are going well, they're going to be feeling great coming back into this half. If they end up getting smashed on Kings Row, that's where I'm going to be a bit worried about them. They need somebody up there on that stage to be that emotional leader for them. And even if things start going wrong, remind them you only need one map. You only need one map, and you've beaten NYXL, the only team to do so in the regular season.
That's it.
Insane, isn't it?
It's insane. I mean, one map against the NYXL, so close, but so far away at the same time, guys. But as you heard her say, the Atlanta Reign, they are up 2-0. Can they pull it off? Can they pull off the biggest upset here in the Overwatch League so far this season? Or will the NYXL pull off the reverse sweep? We're going to find out in just a bit.
They don't just play for a team. They play for every fan, every rival, every moment, every match. When everyone watching expects the best, they perform with the best.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a very odd start to the day. A 2-0 lead currently for Atlanta Reign over the NYXL. And you know what that means? If they close out this series, if they take this over the NYXL via Transitive Properties, LA Valiant, successfully.
You know, I have to say, that New York Excelsior just playing to what they've always been doing and how they prepared against Philly, specifically with Jonak on the Ana, for example. And they're showing a lack of flexibility against new strategies. We are going to have Dako return for FRD, so we'll probably see him kind of, slowly get reworked back into this roster. But I got to say, New York certainly looking a little bit rough around the edges. When you look at the remaining maps we have left, though, Kings Row into Rialto, so 2 maps that suit New York style, where you're going to see primarily 3-3. You're not going to sneak a Junkrat into this one on the Streets phase. Widowmaker, not very viable. You might try, but I don't think you're going to be happy with the results. And when you look at what, these 2 maps and what we have left, I mean, at least New York can now feel comfortable that they're playing into their style pretty much no matter what. So this is their shot, to get back in the series, to dominate Kings Row, get that momentum back. They'll be on the defense first, and we are seeing, once again, Jonak on the Ana, Mono obviously on Ryan here for this map.
It's still going to be mostly about slowing things down, looking back at Busan, playing the 3-3 against each other. We did see Atlanta as they were able to win out, so let's see how they can do on the approach here. Ursa just going to be looking for that initial shot. We'll drop back down, swap over onto the Brig as Atlanta pushes through the initial choke here.
Just shove Jonak up to 8% of his ult charge. That's all that really accomplished at the end of the day. So you will see the tag here. Mono normally super passive Ryan. Let's see if that continues.
Dogman in the back, just gonna be spammed away. Libero taking a lot of damage. Don't get topped back up. Bionades come flying through from Jonak. Over onto the point at the moment, though, are the Atlanta Reign. They have the inside track, and NYXL's grouped up inside the hotel. Shift around to the left-hand side. Second tick nearly grabbed for Atlanta for free. Man is trying to get some shots in, but the shield from Mono going to be denying a lot of those hits. Not able to get that Transcendence nearly as quickly as he would like. Going to be taken low. His way back now, going to be reaggressing. The Nano going to be thrown in on Mono, but he is getting focused down. He's in the corner, and he's going to be eliminated. It's at the cost of Dako's mech, but now Anamo going to be gone. 1-for-1 exchange. Daco pistoling his way rapidly back up into the mech. Should be able to have this one. Doesn't have it. Bomb coming down. Nene managed to kill off Masa. Urster going to be eliminated. Nene going to be traded by Daco as he is here on the point. Looking to get the eliminations, and with the rejoin of Dogman and Baby Bay, they will be able to get this cap.
This is one of those maps where the attacker does have the advantage in terms of spawn. And as a result, you just kind of see things start to fade away as you get lower and lower in members on both sides. Atlanta Reign gets their members back faster, and this is really rough. Oh, hold that.
Comes out from Mono. Okay, finds several people. The pin will kill off Baby Bay. So this is going to give choke positioning for NYXL.
Yeah, that's
move forward.
That's the ult they had left, that they needed to come up big, and they do punish Atlanta Reign playing far forward. So now they've regrouped. Now they control the choke. They don't have the grav here that they like to use, but otherwise, that was a do or die moment for Mono, and he did.
Yeah, pushing forward. Popo, a shatter of his own, ready to go. Drops the hammers. Going to be able to find two in the bomb from Daco. Leading the fight. Will get rid of Libero. So 3 kills to Atlanta Reign. So just like that, control back into Atlanta's hands as they continue to advance the card. We should have known. We always have to be very careful when we use NYXL choke in the same set as Wolves.
Sure, yes. Always, that usually we reserve for playoffs. But New York Excelsior now gonna have to respawn here. Daco up on the high ground. As we saw Rhea talk about earlier, one of the best things you could do as a D.Va player in this meta right now is to sit on the high ground and just kind of harass from above and force positional mistakes. He backs off, as to not be challenged by Meko, but the cart has rolled almost all the way to B, and now they have the ults to contest. Grab going to be the leading one of those, especially if they can force Jonak's trance.
Baby Bay just waiting for his moment, trying to track Meko here. That team matrix usage. Grab going to be lobbed in, catches several members in Mono. Despite the trans healing coming through, it's not going to be enough. He will get picked off. Dogman matches with the transcendence of his own. Sound barrier going to be used by Anamo. Hard just a couple meters away. Shatter comes down from Popo, catches the rest of the squad. Late grab in from Nene, but that is pretty egregious.
That is not what you want. That is absolutely not what you want. Not to mention that an uncharacteristic mistake of Meko, he flew up to the top platform right before the grab came down. He needed to be there. You can sometimes absorb the graviton surge from that high platform if you're looking down, but he also showed his defense matrix on cooldown. For Baby Bay, this is the perfect opportunity. Masa knows if he holds his sound barrier until late, he's absolutely gonna have the advantage. He does just that, and I mean, Reign, such a great position right now.
Mono pushing forward, trying to get in behind the shield. Drops the hammer, catches pretty much everybody on the side of the Reign, but the pin's not gonna find any contact. Daco makes it back into the magnifier strike from Mono. Will be good as Urster gets taken down, and it will be NYXL able to regain control. Jonak and Anamo both going to be eliminated. Reign, they can't advance off that.
Let's remember that NYXL has lost 1 series this season. That was the Seoul Dynasty in the playoffs. They are on an incredible win streak. They are one of 2 teams in terms of regular season games with Vancouver.
Only 3 maps as well.
That's right. No real experience losing to a team in regular season in a long time. This is going to get into your head when Atlanta is crushing you.
Oh yeah. Really rough series here for them. Make it very difficult to bounce back. Maybe they with another grab, going to be waiting. He just lobs it in again, feeling confident in his ability to nail this. Namo going to be taking down the bump from Meko, not going to be able to find anything. Transcendence is in from Jonak. Dogman going to be matching. Jonak taking a lot of damage as he tries to exit with his life intact, but Daco is there to hound him down and make sure he cannot do so. The card still contested by Meko by himself, just buying a little bit of time, but it's still 3 minutes on the clock for the Reign as they round the final corner of King's Row. A grab and a shatter is what NYXL are working with right now. Sound barrier nearly there.
Meko with the respawn now. They know that Dogman does not have Transcendence. So this has to be a really good fight for them. They can flip the ult economy upside down if this is a good grab. Need to be tracking Daco if he can eat it.
Exactly. Can he do it? He's going to be looking for it. Grab's going to be coming through, throws it over onto the side, catches them. The shatter in from behind. Mono gets a nice setup. The pin's going to be coming through, does take down Urster. Popo will fall. Some very nice kills here. They lose the sound barrier on the side of the Reign. Several more ultimates on the way, however, for this recontest.
Important to remember that Dogman died last in that fight, and so was able to build 50% of that Transcendence they're going to need. Joang didn't have to use his, so that's going to be a matched ultimate here. But I like that NYXL are playing forward here as best as they can, trying to look for, again, potential fire strikes for Mono so he can get another shatter. His shatters have been good overall, but he is dying often trying to get them, so that's kind of the tug of war that we're watching right now, is the Atlanta Reign come up with all the tools, almost 6 ultimates here.
Rally's going to be out. Transcendence going to be used by Dogman. Nene still very far away from that next grab. Libero going to be taken down. Baby catches him. The bomb from Dako will take down Mono, and Nene going to be killed off. Jonik now eliminated. Meko going to be knocked out. Anamo going to be the lone member alive. Trying to delay this as Libero and Mono swap off. Roadhog going to be coming through. Nene swapping over onto the Tracer. Can they even tag it? 0.23 meters. The Hammond, though, he gets shifted away for a moment, and they will glide through to the finish line.
He took the greedy approach. He wanted to get the tether onto the cart, not to tether to the cart, so he could stick on it longer, get those adaptive shields, but they predicted that was going to happen. Knocked him away, prevented him from touching, and Atlanta Reign, they are on their way to being the first team to defeat NYXL.
Decent drain on the clock. 123 here for Reign. Let's see what NYXL get when we come back.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
Огонь по готовности! Огонь по готовности! Into the arms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta Reign finishing their attack on Kings Row with 1:23 in the time bank.
Yeah, very impressive stuff in that they're able to just keep that consistent push going through the street space after A. It was, C where they struggled with getting that completion, but at the same time, given the time bank that they had, they were able to kind of just water on rock, eventually wear New York Excelsior down because they didn't have the ult advantage anymore. And you could see in, Pokepo's antics here, and if you're in the arena, you can see on the faces of the Atlanta players that they're in great spirits. This would be a huge, huge win for them. To break the streak of NYXL would leave us with only one undefeated team in terms of season standings. And when you're New York, you just played yesterday, you prepared for a completely different team. You've never really been in regular season against a weaker team put in this position where you're down 0-2. That's going to mess with your mentality. That is going to give you the shaky hands. That is going to create some tension as we head into a 3-3 mirror here for A.
Unsurprising, NYXL not going to be trying to push any DPS out here for the first point, let alone at all on this map. And they just going to be trying to build up some energy, already doing a decent job of it here at the start. Wants to move up onto the high ground so he can really lob in these right clicks over Pokepo's shield and trying to disrupt that back line. Look, Masa trying to find a knockoff there. He'll just have to exit back to the rest of his squad as they operate here on the point, trying to drain down this time bank. Incline taking a bit of damage.
Airster just tagging repeatedly.
Oh, Masa. Armor pack going to be coming through. Dako stunned up. Pokepo going lower and lower. And the fire strike from Mono will be able to find him. That's going to be Baby Bay eliminated as well. So now the damage going on the side of Reign. Asa trying to survive, but he is unable to do so, and that's just going to be NYXL getting a very nice time bank at the start of King's Row.
Ironically, completely emulating New York's style, normal style on the defense here, where the Atlanta Reign, where you just tag onto the corner of the point repeatedly with your tanks so that nothing can tick up, and then you force the attackers to make a move. That's when you collapse. But in this case, Popo got killed before that could happen, when it was his turn to rotate in and tag the point. New York know this style so well. They've played it so much themselves. So great time bank for them. We're still, we're not even necessarily going to be able to match the ones of Atlanta Reign if they have trouble in the street phase. 3 reverse sweeps in their history, by the way, for them.
Yep, tied for second most. Would take the lead if they can go ahead and complete one here. But Dogman, he's popping off a little bit. Libero and Anamo both going to be taken down. Great start to this extended defense here for the Atlanta Reign after surrendering point A. They get a very nice pseudo spawn camp going against the NYXL.
Dogman kills Jonak again. You don't see that in the kill feed all too often, but today it's coming up a few times.
How many more until he calls Jonak a feeder? Is the big question.
That is the question. Well, with this position here with the high ground controlled, New York are going to have to come out of a different spawn door, and even still, this is going to be a fight they can't really win.
Yeah, I mean, already Meko taking a beating, the rally armor trying to keep him sustained, but will lose out onto that one. And Dako with a bomb manages to find Anamo. Jonak just going to be sitting here in the corner trying to survive. Armor pack comes through from Libero, but the kills, the feed, it's all in favor of the Atlanta Reign. So,
everybody's going to look at this and say, this is what goats look like, but the way that the Reign did it was pretty cool. They used Erster's rally there to come through and then set up for this fight where they have more hit points, basically. You see Libero use his later, but it's too late. Now they're going to grab.
Yeah, grab us out from Nene. They need this fight to work. Bomb thrown down from Meko. The boot back comes through, but everybody's going to be up top behind the right shield, so it's not going to find any picks. This gives him a little bit more room to work with as Rally rolls out from Libero again. They work their way over towards the cart. Popo stand up for a moment. Nearly has another shatter online. Rally going to be expiring. Mono going to be juggled into the corner. The shatter coming through. Not going to be able to catch anybody from the side of the Reign. Still looking to elongate the fight and maintain control of this choke. Pope just going to be coming through. No ultimates available.
When all said and done, 2 minutes are off the clock. This card is not moving.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic start. Now the sound barrier going to be coming in. Dako drops the bomb. Not going to find a pick, but Popo gets a pin on the Nene, and now Mono's going to be taken down.
He trips Mono while he pins Nene at the same time, so makes the play for a double kill. And New York fans, it starts to feel like the streak is over. The tools to break through here, again, are so difficult to utilize when you're going up against this high ground.
Now the grab comes in. Jonak has to use the Transcendence just outside the spawn room to try to keep them alive. Shatter comes down. 2 members going to be locked up, and Libero is already deleted. Mono does manage to retreat into the back of the spawn room to stay safe. Works his way around the corner, but Atlanta Reign are just schooling them at the moment.
This time, they're both going to have rally if they wait for Libero. That's what happens when you put 12 people in one doorway. The team that has armor wins. They can match it at least, and this time it's not going to be high ground advantage. Although, as I say, that New York are going to back off, so they are going to fight into the high ground.
Yeah, it's just shifting around.
This is buying so much time. They're losing the game of Ring Around the Rosie.
Juggling them. Which way do you want to come out the door? Popo going to be falling low. Dogman will use the Transcendence here. Nene's still holding on to the grab. But if they just keep losing things like that, they get rid of the mech. Dako can see eat. Atlanta Reign looking to close things out. Jonak going to be picked up. They lose out on Erster and Dako. But it is a slaughter for the Reign. 1:45 left on the clock. The cart, it's rolled all the way back.
No one's going to convince me this series is not over. Not anyone in the world. Not all the horses and all the king's men.
It's like a miracle at this point.
This is absolutely utter dominance from the Reign. Finally, 2.5 minutes later. No, sorry, 3.5 minutes later.
A bit, yeah.
3.5 minutes later, the Atlanta Reign back off, and New York Excelsior begin their attack. A 5-minute time bank becomes a 1-minute time bank as they round this corner. They have ult advantage, but it's not going to take you very far when you're going to have to ult on the streets phase.
Well, bomb going to be thrown into the back. Dako going to get pinned up, knocked out of the mech. Explosion from Meko, not going to find anything, but they do manage to kill off the Baby Diva. Transcendence is in from Jonak. Urser will get taken down. So the card actually making decent time now for the NYXL as they finally start looking alive. One chance of a recontest perhaps here for the Atlanta Reign.
Now let's not get too excited because there's only 40 seconds left here, right? I think what the New York Excelsior are going to need to do is win every single fight from here on out.
Well, absolutely.
And, I mean, that is certainly a tall task, given that going forward here, they have to hit this grab. The grab is going to go against the Transcendence. Here's the grab. Okay, just before Trance is ready.
Yeah, 2% there. Popo will get taken down. Dogman is going to be holding on to that Transcendence for the next fight, as Baby Bay will be eliminated. He actually does manage to get a frag here on the Libero. As they take him out, the Transcendence will be used. Jonek just going to be hovering nearby on the cart. Dogman starting to spam out with the left click, trying to build up for that next Transcendence. Knows that they do have a sound barrier coming through from Masa pretty shortly here.
Yeah, indeed. And when you look at the situation now, you know, there's a way, if you can get a kill here for New York, there's a way you can get a time bank. But if you don't win this fight right now, Atlanta Reign are going to delay. They're going to have a grab. They're going to just keep coming out of spawn. You're going to finish in overtime. And then you're looking at this series is over. There's no way for New York to win it. They need a win here. They have to win this fight.
Yep. Mono trying to stay alive. Shadow going to be coming through, so Shadow's good. Now they're going to get grabbed up by this Graviton Surge. Knuckling him around, looking for the kill. Sound barrier coming through for the Atlanta Reign. Poco stun up for the moment. The bomb from Dako not going to be able to find anything, and Meko's going to be holding on to one of his own. Mono manages to find the first kill. Now Urster going to be taken down by Jonek as they continue to try to aggress here. Get this card rolling.
Such a huge
alone
shatter.
in the back. Buys a little bit more time. We're at 40 seconds as they start rounding the final corner.
Shatter here for Mono is what saves them. It puts the Atlanta Brain on their backs. They're not able to commit in during that grab. Baby Bay gets another one here. He's almost ready for it, but now Nene can hold them in spawn. He's got to avoid that that getting eaten.
Grab going to be coming in. Nene is going to be beaming him down, looking for the kills. Dako already going to be taken out of the back of the bomb from Meko's, looking pretty darn good. Shadow rolling through. 19 seconds remaining. The Reign, can they delay this long enough to force out the OT? Dogman tries to. They cannot make it over to the card. The NY
They pull off the miracle.
They barely managed to finish with time in the bank.
They pull off a miracle here. They're able to do it. They win every single fight. They win it convincingly. They get the turnaround on the ult economy. Very well played here. Great stuff from NYXL.
And fairly,
in a situation, it looked like the series was over.
Similar to Hanamura here, a minute to 2:08. Let's see what happens in OT. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. OT coming through again. NYXL have a minute in the time bank to the 2:08 of Atlanta Reign as they continue to try to engineer a reverse sweep. Backs up against the wall, unlike ever before.
This attack, they will need to get at least one tick if they want to have a chance of winning this map, which they need to do because a draw is not enough. Because a win on Rialto will put them at a 1-2 scoreline. So this has to be the attack run. They've got two pushes to get one take. If they don't do that, this series is over, and Atlanta Reign will have broken the win streak of NYXL.
Pushing their way up, Nene surging with this energy. But Anamo gonna get taken down right up into the front. That means that Atlanta Reign pushing forward here into the initial choke. We'll clean up some additional kills and get those ults rolling through a bit faster.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, as you can hear the call.
It has to be Mono. It has to be Mono. If he can get a kill, if he can get a pin, if he can build a shatter, there are so many ways. There are so many ways this could work. But I mean, it's gonna have to be him. If he dies, it's all over.
Yeah, it's looking really rough.
He's looking for a fire strike flank to get that shatter.
10 seconds remaining. He's taking so much damage every time he tries to go for it. Would love to line that one up, but the focus fire from Atlanta Reign is looking pretty darn good here at the moment. He's gonna get sunned up, gets struggled quite low. Armor Pack comes through to try to keep him alive. Dogman's gonna be initiating with the Transcendence.
The Shatter is dead!
Down, but Popo manages to get rid of Mono. Now the Shatter is not gonna be there. Rally rolling through OT. Gonna start ticking away. Nene
they need that sound barrier, they're not gonna get it!
He gets killed off. The grab comes through from Baby Bay. He locks him up. 2:08. On the clock for Atlanta Reign's side of this. NYXL still gonna be fighting away. The bomb comes up over the top, looks for the picks. Meko gonna be taken out. Shatter comes in from Mono. It doesn't find much of anything here.
That's it.
OT just gonna be taken down. Anamo
He's
alone.
knocked off.
He gets pooped off. Atlanta Reign, they hold it.
And Atlanta Reign is going to break the streak of NYXL. There is no way for them to win this map. It will be a draw, best case scenario, and that means the series is in favor of Atlanta Reign. Who would have thought?
Look at Baby Bay right there.
Who would have thought that it would be Atlanta Reign to topple the Titans that are NYXL, to topple this undefeated team? They had a great season last season, this season undefeated in regular season, and Atlanta Reign trending downward in stage 2. But after tonight, after this match, everyone's going to look at this team a little bit differently.
I mean, they really have to. Both teams going to be shown in a different light. Atlanta Reign, they pull it off. Still have their half of this overtime round on King's Row to go through to see whether or not it's going to result in a draw or if they will be able to punch that 3-0 ticket. But I mean, given how lively they have looked, the way that they've been able to take these fights, you'd expect that it's probably going to be a 3-0.
Oh, no. I mean, the NYXL are certainly in their own heads right now. They're not playing as clean as usual, but also I think that, you know, before we start to say that NYXL through this series, before they played worse than usual, I think we have to give credit. The Reign prepared well. They're isolating mono. They're killing the tank line. They're countering, in a lot of ways, New York style here. And all it's going to take is one take, just like we saw for New York, but they've got a whole extra minute to do it. So they've got chances to build ultimates. New York didn't have those opportunities.
No, they did not. Well, here they go on the attack. Baby Bay giving a nice little wave as they start pushing their way forward. Libero getting taken low. Really gets finished off. Mono, though, will just fall. They push forward. Nene, Mono, Anamo. The entire team getting taken down. Jonik in the back. The team wipe comes through. Atlanta Reign. No draws here. They get it with a 3-0. The first team to take down NYXL.
They did it against all odds. No one expected this. No one predicted this. They don't just beat NYXL. They take them into a 3-0 before we head into the fourth map. Utter dominance right now. And for NYXL, it's got to feel rough.
That it has to, but man, what a great match here for the Reign. NYXL, can they get one win? We'll find out.
Good job, Baby Bay.
Nice, bro.
Yo, go to Baby Bay.
Hell yeah.
Neko big noob, let's go. Oh, what? Neko big noob.
I'm cool.
Gonna need his eye drops to see Baby Bay's grabs, dude.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Welcome back, I'm Mika Burton, and I got a chance to talk to the Atlanta Reign at the half. They told me they were feeling extra confident on Busan and Anubis, seeing as New York played those yesterday, and they had some fresh footage to review. They also said they were excited to take advantage of how bold the NYXL were to play 3-3 against their super strong defense. However, as happy as they are to have Dako back in the lineup, as he is a part of the family, Atlanta said Kings Row and Rialto are a bit more of a question mark when it comes to their confidence, even with him fighting beside them once again. It looks like those worries weren't necessary, however, as they've now become the first team to beat New York in the regular season. Is this going to be a clean sweep? Well, we'll just have to watch to find out. Wolf and Achilleos, back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Mika. I mean, clean sweep, something that we never would have thought coming into this, unless you were talking about NYXL taking down Rain. But now, the tables have turned in the biggest way possible. Rain have secured a 3-0 victory over them, now looking for the 4-0 to completely shatter New York.
Yeah, you know, you don't expect to see Atlanta take this series. You don't expect them, if they are to take it, to have a 3-0 leading into map 4. But I have to say, for the first time for anybody, I think today, you expect Kings Row, or excuse me, Rialto to go Atlanta's way. Yeah. You actually have to at this point. And that's a crazy thing to say, but I mean, they have crushed Mono in the front line. They are getting kills where they need to. Dogman is getting ranged picks. We're seeing BabyBay really come online when they have ult advantages. That's when he's able to really find these ways to capitalize on grabs, whereas for the rest of this stage, there have been questions about his Graviton Surge usage.
Well, Rain on the attack. Dogman just fly out here for the start. Kills back. But otherwise, Cart starting to advance. Drop down comes through from the NYXL. Mono gonna be stunned up. Goes down to a sliver of HP, but they barely will be able to keep him alive. Cart still gonna be making its way into the courtyard, however, so not gonna have that initial control of the cart on the NYXL. So very good start to this attack for Rain yet again.
Yep, and already Mono isolated away from his teammates. That's where he's most vulnerable. He's gonna get the bubble late and barely leaps away, but
yeah,
he's already
still
dead.
Gonna be in a bad spot. Yep, they had both BabyBay and Dogman ready to hound him down. They come up with the kills. That is just going to be a very clean push into A.
Now that the series is over and, you know, Rialto is looking very massively favored towards the Rain, I think we have to kind of start to break down what went wrong, you know? I mean, we could talk about what happened before, and we can watch it happen here again, as Mono will once again be isolated and killed, this time on the right. But, you know, I don't know what's going on. He's out there alone in so many of these situations. And we've seen other tank players fall victim to this, you know, in recent times. Yakun, Sato, these are the players that you think of as we see an emote come through from BabyBay. But, you know, the map differential matters, you know. New York definitely want to now hope the Titans drop a series, but they want to, you know, still stay close to them in terms of map differential at the top of the standings. And losing a series is rough, but losing 0-4 is even worse. And Juan's going to have to tighten up his positioning. He's going to have to stick with his squad more.
Yeah, it's been entirely uncharacteristic of him this entire series so far.
Look at this.
Pushing forward, he tries to get the pin, unable to find the kill. Shatter nearly online for him. Popo's going to be dropping one of his own. Grab comes through. He will respond on one of his own. Finds a couple members of the Atlanta Rain to catch the bomb. The follow-up there from Neko is not going to lead to any kills. Atlanta Rain still going to be maintaining control. Popo falling lower and lower. It was a nice anti-heal there on the hem from Jonek, but they're unable to get the kills onto the enemy Rhine. Dako's still going to be taken down, but look how close we are to point B at the moment here for Atlanta Rain.
I mean,
with still 4 minutes plus in the time bank.
Atlanta's like, Vancouver set a record, but what if we broke it against NYXL?
Shatter comes through. Don't think he caught anything. I think Airster actually just raises the shield, blocks that one out. Dogman goes for a dip. They will just go ahead and reset. They know that there's no way to make it out with their lives intact.
Now, the first time that NYXL had this high ground position to defend, Mono got caught in the grab and died first, and Atlanta Rain started to win that fight. But they turned it around in the end with the respawns coming through. This time, you know, we're going to see Atlanta Rain take a different approach. This time they won't have grab initially, but they will eventually get it in this longer fight. There's no transcendence on the other side, so, you know, I like the Rain's position here. They're not going to contest the high ground per se. They're going to actually go to the back and look for, once again, you guessed it, Mono. He's the target, and they're looking to grab him here. Break his shield.
Down. Shield dangerously low. He takes a lot of damage here. Grab still online for BabyBay, waiting for an opportunity. Neko trying to track this. And I'm going to be used. This is going to be a solo grab in on the Mono. The pin coming down, but the sound barrier will help keep him alive for a lot longer. Still going to be swinging away in the front lines as he tries to get another Shatter online. Shatter out from Poco, goes straight into his shield. Things looking pretty good for NYXL here at the moment. Scraps coming down straight onto the cart. Sound barrier out from Masa to try to keep them alive.
Huge heal deny here as well onto the backline. Dako's actually going to go ahead and toss his self-destruct.
Double bombs up into the top, but neither are going to be finding any kills. Mono and Nene both getting taken dangerously low. That's going to be both of them now eliminated as Atlanta Reign will be able to glide into point B and bump up that time bank even more. 4 minutes again on the clock for the final stretch of Rialto.
Now, not really looking on par to break the Overwatch League record anymore, but still very dominant performance of them around those scrappy fights. Once they took the high ground back, it got easier. For the NYXL, you know, I mean, not a lot of tools, not a lot of ults here. Jonak just swapped over to the Zenyatta, so he's not going to have a trans sense for Baby Bay's next grab, which will probably happen right here in this doorway. So the best thing they can hope for is Meko absorbing that with his with his defense matrix. I don't know, it's a lot to hope for. Realistically, Atlanta Reign, all the cards in their hand right now. Look at Nene go low.
Yeah, a lot of shots coming through. Grab going to be coming down straight onto the corner, unable to take that one away. Baby Bay already killing off Libero, and Mono gone the front line, completely decimated for NYXL. The team in shambles as Anamo tries to escape with his life. Will be able to do so, but the cart has rounded the final corner with 3+ minutes on the clock. Atlanta Reign still holding on to nearly 5 ultimates.
Now, they don't have the grab, but they will have this shatter. Poke can hit a big one. They don't need to rely on this missing
He's into
grab.
the back. Oh, Jonik nearly getting taken down. They find the elimination. He isolates himself. Will that be enough for them to get the finish here? You would expect probably not, given the faster run back times here for the NYXL, but they need to stay alive. The bomb from Meko zones them back around the pillars, gives them a little bit of time, but Nene's grab goes completely wide. Whiffs it here. Rialto just never quite bit his map, it seems, for that ultimate. But that is the finish on Rialto for the Atlanta Reign with a very healthy time bank.
Nene's missed a few grabs this evening, we have to say, and you know, it's a great time bank here for Atlanta Reign. They come in, they look dominant, especially in the earlier part of the map. There were a few struggles when they were continuing to try to focus Mono when he was playing safer, but at the end of the day, when you walk up with that many ultimates and you have that kind of time bank, you get to dictate the pace of the game, and that is certainly what they did each and every time, you know. And Baby Bay getting that pick onto Jonak, knowing that he was going to be hiding back there, it could have backfired. And Jonak actually didn't step fully back into the spawn room to get those heals. And he kind of, I don't know, he forfeited his life there. There was certainly a way where if he had reacted a little bit faster, he might have lived. But he died there. Baby Bay kills him, and then everything falls apart. I mean, how can you really support a team in that case when your Zenyatta's gone? You don't have the Discord orbs, you don't have the healing, but you're not building the last part of that trance that you so desperately need. We're looking at 2.5 minutes. In New York Excelsior, you know, I mean, we don't really ever say things like this, but we have to consider the possibility with how they've been playing that they might get full hell here. That is a possibility. That is something that could absolutely happen. So let's take this, you know, this next attack for them and see if they can, I mean, regain some momentum. I mean, beating 230 is like unrealistic against almost any team. And against a team that is just killing Mono over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, here we go on the attack. Mono going to be on the Winston. Maybe just going to be changing it up. Seems that Pokeball will be on the Rhine and wants the match. Pushing their way back out. You can see that stat there. NYXL have never lost 0-4.
Yep. So breaking 2 records tonight, potentially the Reign, if they could defend this.
Well, good start. As Masa will get taken down. Extra able to find Libero with Pokeball. Also going to be eliminated here, so good trade up for the NYXL. And a decent run back for the Atlanta Reign. Masa gonna have to wait and taxi. There's Reinhardt, you would expect. But still an opportunity to recontest the cart.
Yeah, they do have that opportunity, and because this is a single kill and not a team fight win, New York Excelsior doesn't walk up to this choke point with massive ult advantage as you would normally have if you want a straight up 6v6 fight, but instead it's actually pretty even. Jonak leading the trance, which is important for how this next fight is going to go, because you might be able to use it to just steamroll this into point A to continue that time bank. 10% away, Baby Bay flanking once again. But this is a really good spot for New York to kind of start to catch up here on this map. If they can take this fight with the trance or get an opening kill.
Well, pushing forward as that armor goes through into Mono. A bit of encouragement to try to get that shatter online. 20% away. Nene and Baby Bay neck and neck. Baby now gonna have the grab online. And it's one right click realistically away from having it. This could be the breakout on the fight.
They've waited too long.
As everyone gets their ults online.
Yeah, Atlanta Reign now can match them in ults in pretty much every regard.
The Shatter comes out from Mono, doesn't find anything, but Popo goes dangerously low as he tries to peel back. Grab comes in, finds him on the cart. Vincent is now going to be in from Dogman as they push their way forward, but NA still holds on to the grab. Now it's going to be coming in. It's going to be the sound barrier chained in from Masa and Popo. He just gets focused down. They melt the ride. Things are looking good for NYXL to maybe push in to the point here. Daka with a bomb, manages to break the shield of Mono, but the Shatter comes down. That's going to find two. The kills will get cleaned up. That will be a snag for NYXL.
Yeah, the ultimates came out second for the Atlanta Reign, the support ultimates and the Shatters, and that looked like it was going to be enough to defeat NYXL and hold them in the choke. But Mono survived and built a second Shatter. The third ultimate is actually the scariest one, right? Whoever you ult second usually has the advantage, but the third ultimate is the one that breaks the deal. So right now they're going to control this high ground with their tank line, force the Atlanta Reign to approach a different angle, then drop down. They've got to be careful about getting sandwiched here by all that damage coming out of Dogman and Dako.
Bomb to open things. Meko throws that one into the back. Actually managed to find Masa. Mercer will also get taken down by Jonek, so very good attack continues for the side of the NYXL. Dogman with a sliver of HP, just trying desperately to hide behind Popo's shield. Does manage to stay alive.
Now they've got the grab, and they can use it. Before the cart can be contested. Knows the positioning of Dako from behind. He's going to try to swoop around.
Grab comes in.
Doesn't get it.
Dogman. From top. Meko. Oh, denies the grab from Baby Bay. Critical E coming through for the NYXL, which means that it'll be another one fight for them. So 4:30 on the clock. Atlanta Reign, they need to do something to stabilize.
I think they kind of panicked when Dako was a little bit out of position and everyone decided they needed to engage right away. As Dako was trying to flank from behind to get the defense matrix from an angle that Nene couldn't visually see to play around. And then, when he did rejoin the squad, he already had his thrusters on cooldown, so Baby was like, I'm tossing this grab in, but he got eaten, so the tables returned on what they were planning to do versus what happened in reality.
Well, very excellent time here for NYXL, who look alive in the final map. Atlanta just going to be trying to hold this corner, gain control over the cart. A couple ultimates going to be coming online for them, but Leroy's going to lead the charge as he pops the rally. And 100 energy melts down Dako, the rest of his squad. So now, no chance of a grab getting eaten for the moment, and then he can get that grab online, which he is surging towards. Now has it ready, and Meko's going to get rid of Popo. Transcendence is in. Jonek pushing forward as the grab comes through. Dogman with a trans of his own, tries to
big Shatter.
Shatter comes in, locks up forward. Ursa going to be taken down. Dako knocked out. Dako dumps in the bomb, but he himself will get killed off. The Baby Diva cannot survive. Masa's been eliminated. And the tools for Atlanta Reign to try to extend this are running thin. They have nothing else. The finish will be there as they clean up Dogman. 3:17 in the time bank for NYXL.
Right before Erster gets in there with the Wrecking Ball, so they do beat the time bank. They do come up big here. We expected to see utter dominance again out of Atlanta Reign, but this is the map that New York swings back on.
3:17 to 2:37. Let's see if NYXL can pick up a map win when we come back for OT. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, OT coming at ya. NYXL trying to not get swept for the first time. Atlanta Reign already delivering them that first regular season loss here. And would love to get the 4-0.
When you look at Atlanta Reign's 5-6, now 6-6, that's not updated yet. Nor is New York with the one blemish they now have on their record. They have a 6-6 finish here, and they'll have kind of reset in a lot of ways. And they have +4 if they win this map, right? I mean, that's the insane thing, is you're gonna get 4 of the hardest points you can get in the league. Like, these points are more valuable than other points. Taking a 4-0 over the Justice, for example, which they didn't do, but if you did, those points just simply aren't as hard to get.
Yeah, very true. Aggressive push forward here. Dako going into the back, contesting Jonek for a moment, but Mono just gonna get worked up front. Erster swings away, finds himself a double kill. That'll be the cleanup. A chance at a recontest again here, as the cart will just now be getting into the courtyard, but that is a pretty stunning start for Atlanta Reign.
It almost feels like the way that Reign are playing in this series in particular makes it look like Mono's, you know, his tank play, his frontline stalwartness, and the support line that protects him has been exposed as a fraud, because the Atlanta Reign are finding angles to punish him, put the pressure on him, then collapse in and kill him time and time again, no matter how safe he plays. It's just insane. I mean, no one looks at Mono and says he's a bad tank, but Atlanta Reign says, well, I can see how to kill him, though, and I'm going to just keep doing it.
I mean, Trent's already been used by Jonek. That's going to be a shatter coming down. Dogman does get caught in the back line, but there's no way for them to collapse on top of the Zenyatta to find the kill. Grabs nearly up for both Baby Bay and Nene. Baby Bay going to pull the trigger first. Nene now has his online. Both teams going to be caught up in this amalgamation of a team fight that we had. The bomb going to be dumped in from Neko, looking for a pick. Unable to find it. Dakos as well, not going to lead to much. Cart still halted 3.5 meters away with a minute remaining. Atlanta Reign trying to get this one across that finish line.
This is where you want to hold.
Out of the back.
This is where you want to hold.
Better for NYXL at the moment.
Yeah, the NYXL need to win this fight, and it's still winnable for either side, but Popo cannot go down. He needs to back off. He does.
Yeah, the rally is there, armoring him up, but Jonek and Anamo both going to be having their ultimates ready to go. Atlanta Reign, now things become a lot more difficult. Popo, he's going to have to find a massive shatter to try to push this one across.
The rally here is going to give them a little bit more armor to actually try to catch up in ultimates. Baby Bay and Dogman are almost there. But the ults, they need to try to win this fight in the choke. But if they lose here, there's just no coming back.
The shatter comes down. It's going to be Nene getting caught in the back. Sound barrier comes through. Erster and Popo both nearly eliminated. Transcendence comes out from Jonek as Baby Bay dumps in the grab. Doesn't lead to any kills here for the side of Atlanta Reign. Now the grab in onto the cart. Loss and Popo both going to be eliminated. Things start looking very good for NYXL. The cleanup coming through. Atlanta Reign, they're going to need somebody to try and tag this cart and force out the OT. You'd expect it to be Dako.
Yeah.
He's hovering nearby. Up
Erster
top,
as well.
they know he's there.
Yeah, he's just getting pushed away. Erster gets killed.
Yep, right click coming through, just weaving that one around at the side of the shield. The shatter coming through from Mono. Not going to be able to catch Popo, but he's already taken so much damage. Dako dumps the bomb here onto the cart, but will not be able to make it back in. And OT should just take away here. Bomb thrown way into the back from Meko for good measure. For zoning purposes, will get the kill on the Baby Bay, but they complete the full hold here in OT.
The reason why you want to hold here is because it's where you're going to have the scrappiest fight, where the defender's going to have the advantage if he can continue to, as NYXL did, get those kills, because eventually you're going to get those respawns coming through. You're controlling the choke whereas your opponent is fighting into it. And also at the same time, if you lose control of this, then Atlanta is going to be in a position where we're going to take a look at the shatter again. If you end up, or actually no, it's just the charge.
Yeah, Dogman's getting way out of the fight.
So if you lose control of this as NYXL, even though the time bank goes to 0, suddenly you're going to see a massive push for Atlanta. They could go all the way to B. If they win that one fight on B with the ult economy where they have that advantage, then you could see a push, an overtime push that just keeps rolling, right? So that's your biggest fear is, you know, if we lose the fight here and lose ult economy here, who knows how far the push can go. But now you know exactly what your win condition is as New York Excelsior. You've got the better time bank, which is 317. All you need to do is crack A, and that's it. That's how you win this map, so you can play more passively with your ultimates, knowing that you know exactly what your win condition is. You can build up for a fight where you have those small advantages, force your opponent to use ultimates, then just die and reset, then come over with more ults. There's so many ways to just win the map right now as New York XL if you get that A hold, and they were able to do it.
Well, NYXL 317 as they just try to get this map win and not be completely swept by the Atlanta Reign. The aggressive positioning coming through from Atlanta. It's hovering right behind the cart here at the moment.
Mono has always been the target for the NYXL by the Reign here.
Yep.
This time he's holding strong, though, as the squad of the Atlanta Reign gets split up.
Oh, well, Fire Strike looking good. He's got a sliver of HP remaining. Asa will be sending Jonek for a dip, it would seem. And with 100 energy, Baby Bay will melt down that right shield. He's trying to keep it held up, but will get eliminated in the end.
Looks like what happened with Jonek there was that he was trying to flank and do some extra damage that way, and then Anamo, you know, he's down early. Moss is like, I don't like this flanking business. Take out the supports. put Mono in a position where he can't be healed. He falls as well. And now Trance is up insanely early for Dogman. So there's so many different things they could do here to try to buy time while they control this high ground. They want to control this high ground as long as possible. They don't want to give it up until overtime, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be Daco knocked out. Oakwood has managed to find Mono. The trade-off on that front line so far.
When you have this high ground, which usually doesn't last very long, because in a normal situation, not overtime rounds, if you try to hold this and lose it, then your opponent gets ults, they get A, right? But in this case, when you know there's such a large time bank, this is your Alamo. You have to stay up here. You have to give this advantage to your D.Va, to your Lucio. That's why you see the
Alamo! Almost getting sent down, but now he's going to be disconnected from the rest of his squad. The pin going to be good there. On to Poke. Jonik able to come up with a kill. Shatter going to be used. Doesn't find anybody, and Dogman pops the Trance. Now the grab's going to be thrown down by Nene, but see, it's just going to be a cleanup onto the enemy Zen. Still time for Atlanta Reign to regroup and push back out. They're holding on to a grab of their own, but Jonik has the Trance.
This is a scary part right now for the Atlanta Reign, because there's, your grab, there is an answer to that. You have to force the Trance somehow, and that's tough because you have positional disadvantage. You have to go around this corner through a choke in order to force the Trance out. Jonik's just going to sit and wait while doing damage. As you toss that grab, I'm putting my Trance up. Then what happens? Moss is going to have a later sound barrier. That's the only way this works for the Reign, for this hold.
Shots coming down. Self-destruct going to be thrown in from Neko. Grab's going to be coming through. Catches him here onto the card. Sound barriers in as well from Anamo.
Pretty early.
Everybody alive. Shatter coming out. Popo, he's going to get stunned out of it. Anamo actually finds a right click, but it will be an exchange on the Rhines as Mono gets traded out.
But no one's on the card.
Away for just a moment, and NYXL will be able to push through, so not going to be taken down 0-4. They managed to get the win on Rialto, but if you are Atlanta Reign, you have to feel ecstatic at this point.
You certainly do. At least New York Excelsior remain non-4-0. They have never been 4-0. They're able to defend their honor in that regard. They stick to the cart. They win the map off of just the disruption alone. But how can you not be proud of Atlanta Reign? They broke a terrifying streak against one of Overwatch League's most famous, most prestigious squads. And they did it in dominant fashion. Everybody had a hand in this, and for New York, the streak is over. First place is no longer yours. That title now belongs to the Titans. We'll see if they can wrestle it back, but I don't know if we're ever gonna see them stand on top until they could potentially redeem themselves in the Stage 2 playoffs.
I mean, a pretty egregious loss here, but Atlanta certainly looking fantastic. But guys, we do have Mika standing by on the floor with Dogman, so let's go ahead and throw down to the floor for an interview.
Thanks, guys. All right, Dogman, you did it. You did the undoable. You beat the unbeatable. You are the first team to beat New York Excelsior in the regular season. What was going through your mind the moment you realized it's done, it's happened?
To be honest, I was just focusing on map 4. We didn't even know we won on map 3. Dre was like, after the fight was over, he's like, we won? What? And I was like, yeah, we won, dude. But it's like, we need to keep focusing for map 4 because I really wanted the 4-0. So, I really wanted to win the fourth map.
Well, you did really well, and everybody's incredibly proud of you. But I got a question. You were the first team to lose to Valiant, but you're also the first team to beat New York in the regular season. What changed between that period of time? Because it's incredible.
My old friend Tom said, you get knocked down 8 times, you get up 9. So we really just got back up, and we have a good team now. We've built that chemistry, and we're getting better. So Valiant's a good team, NYXL's a good team. We'll keep getting better, hopefully.
Such a wholesome answer. I love it. Thanks so much, Dogman. Wolf and Achilleos, back to you.
Thank you very much, Mika. And big thanks to Dogman. Congratulations on the win. Dogman himself will be joining us live on the Watchpoint postgame show this Sunday. Promise you won't want to cut your stream short on that one. It'll be a bowl full of laughs, so make sure you stay tuned for that postgame show. But, I mean, Reign, they got it done here. We take a look at the rest of their schedule. They do have a repeat match against Excelsior at the beginning of next month.
That's the cool thing, right? Because now Excelsior has the opportunity to get revenge, but also Atlanta Reign get, because they clearly understand New York right now, they get the opportunity to not only beat NYXL, but beat them twice. And to be the only team to do so in Stage 2. That match on the 4th of May, what might have looked like otherwise a one-sided, uninteresting match, totally not true in this case.
Very interesting now, but let's go ahead and take a look. Our Omen HP player of the match is Erster. some fantastic performances here, both on the break and the DPS coming through with this Junkrat that really helped shut them down in overtime.
Yeah, these are the grenades that come through there in the end after the pull from Pokeflow back with the halt. He's had a lot of great plays, and a lot of what he's been able to do in terms of isolating mono has led to those first kills, has led to those first deaths for the NYXL, which leads to a team fight win. His rallies in particular as well were super well timed. A lot of those fights that were in those doorways and chokes on King's Row, and then later on, of course, on Rialto, his rally timings were better than Libero's, so they had the better armor. They had that extra sustained armor being used during those fights. And when it's 12 men in a doorway, like I was saying before, the team that's got the armor is the team that's winning.
Yeah, I mean, just incredible stuff overall from the Reign. I mean, so many people I think that you could have picked as a player of the match in that situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Dogman certainly giving himself some considerations as well. But great to see Daco back in. FRD as well playing fantastically on Temple of Anubis. It seems like they have some newfound flexibility with that D.Va tank line. So good stuff from Atlanta. Looking forward to their future matches. But guys, we're just getting started. Already a crazy upset there. But now we're going to have the Philadelphia Fusion going up against the Houston Outlaws. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss that match either.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile.